We've been strong for so long. Now it's time to rise. No more dimming our light. Let it shine so bright. Breaking chains, breaking downs. We reclaim our crown. Standing tall. Heroes rowing and backing down. We are queens.
Hey, beautiful people. We on.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's live.
We are live on the S.I.T podcast.
Yes. I'm Michelle, the Golden Link, and this is
Sabrina.
Sabrina. Yay. I want to give a shout out to my mom and my husband who's watching, as well as all our family and friends.
And of course, we have the illustrious, the intelligent, Natasha, our clinical licensed psychotherapist in the building with us. Hey, Tosh.
Hey, Tosh.
Hey, good morning. Or good evening. I'm all off. Happy Monday.
Look, I'm still in the morning time, too. I am, too.
Guess what? You guys know that today is the first day of fall.
It is. We talked about it when we talked about cuffing season.
Yes. Now, where did the summer go? What
I
happened to
know.
the summer? It just like.
But I like the fall.
You like the fall? What do you like about the fall?
I was born in it.
Okay, that's a good start.
And it's so romantic, like watching the leaves fall, and just the weather is perfect. I'm
It sounds
an
like she's
incurable
ready for
romantic.
cuffing season.
Wait
Are
a
you going
minute.
to use your cuffs?
Yep, I am.
You are.
Someday I don't know, but yep.
Ooh, okay. That's nice.
So welcome YouTube family, Facebook family. Welcome back to the S.I.T podcast. Again, I am your host Sabrina, and today we have a fun-filled girls talk dating show. It is going to be exciting. So I want you to take out your pens. I want you to take out your pads because we are going to be dropping some gems. Our girls are going to be dropping some gems. And I want you guys just to kind of sit back and take some notes. And don't forget, we need you to talk to us through the chat.
Yes.
So Facebook family, YouTube family, get ready.
Yes, and we're not going to do the dating show today. However, we do have 3 eligible bachelorettes, so we're so excited. We're going to introduce them in a minute. And then if we could show our flyer for the dating show, and then we also have our golden egg that hopefully someone gets soon. And we have our healthy boundaries flyer.
We have a lot of flyers.
We have a lot of flyers.
We have a vendor fair flyer.
Yeah, but we're going to show the couple, the flyer with the couple on it. That vending fair was very nice. We're going to have a lot of other flyers to share with upcoming events next year because, today and tomorrow, next Monday is our last show before we go on hiatus. But
So wait a minute. You said that a little bit fast, so let's rewind.
let's talk about the dating show flyer.
Okay, you do the dating show, and then I'll talk about our last days coming up.
Okay, perfect. So basically, we're looking for eligible bachelors and bachelorettes, age groups in the 30s. We'll have a show with the 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, and the 60-year-olds. So we have a lot of age groups to participate. So if you want to participate, just email sitpodcast1@gmail.com and we'll send you the application. It's very simple and it's very informative for us to be able to figure out where you fit in the dating pool and to match everybody up accordingly. And you can also call us. The number is 732-902-1252. So that is the Golden Love Connect show. Yeah, Golden Connection. That's what it is.
That's
the dating
it,
segment.
that's it.
That's it.
Tosh, we talked about this Monday, today, next Monday, the 29th. Is it the
Yes.
29th?
Mm-hmm.
Will
Yes.
be our last Monday for the year. We will be taking a hiatus. We'll be back in January strong with some new fabulous material. What you think about that, Tosh?
I think that's wonderful. I think, it'll give our viewers time to kind of hit us up on a Gmail and on Facebook. Maybe they can talk about topics they would like to see coming into 2026. We're going to come back with a fabulous plan for the year and maybe a mantra for the year and set it up for success. That's what we have Black Excellence up here. So I'm actually looking forward to the little sunset, and then we will rise again in the beginning of 2026.
We are going to miss you all, Facebook and YouTube family, but remember, you can always email us. You can always call us. And like Tasha said, if there's any topics that you guys really want to delve into, let us know. We'll bring it to the forefront.
And don't forget, you guys can still watch all of the fun, fabulous reruns. So we will still be on air, but it just will be taped because this is live. So all our tapings are live. So, but you get to see the reruns. But we're not going to edit them. It's just going to be what it is, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So that's it. So that's it. We're not going to do the letter today. I think we're just going to jump into the show with the Bachelorette.
We're not going to do the letter. I was looking forward to the letter.
You was looking forward to the golden letter?
We're
going to save it for next week.
Okay.
Oh, unless you want to. You want to?
Yeah, I thought that was a good letter.
Okay, how about you read the letter then?
What in the candy green apple is going on? Okay.
Okay. Oh, you don't have the letter? Okay, let me look at the email. This is live, guys. This is live.
We're showing all the bloopers.
All the bloopers. You guys get to see it in real time. Okay, so
as you know, we get quite a few letters, and we try to select the one that is befitting for whatever topics we're talking about, or the ones that we think that most people would like to hear about. And so we always like to encourage you, if there's something you want to know, email us, because I promise you, if you want to know it, somebody else wants to know it too.
Yeah. Okay, here's the letter, Brad. I just checked the email. There you go. Oh, wait, I was trying to screenshot it so it doesn't go away.
All right. Let's see if I can read this. Okay, it says. Okay, it says, "Dear S.I.T Podcast sisters, I've been single for 3 years, and the dating pool feels shallow and messy. Every time I meet someone, they either ghost me or only want a situationship. Am I being too picky, or are my standards just high? How do I stay hopeful about love in 2025, moving into 2026? Ooh, that's a good one.
I think we're going to answer all those questions today.
Right.
With this show.
Right. Mm-hmm. So hopeful in dating. Thank you for the question. Tasha, what you think?
I think that's pretty deep. I think the way the questions are set up for the evening with the young ladies that we have joining us, we will answer a lot of the questions. But it's always interesting that we have all our letters. I love that people are self-reflective and they want to know what can they do better. So that's kind of what we're here for, Sisters Inspiring Transformation, to help people be self-reflective. But it also sounds a little bit like maybe she does probably have some boundaries, because when people start ghosting people, that's a boundary. It's not pleasant, it's not respectful, but they're like, well, maybe we're not compatible.
That's right.
And if they start asking about a situationship and that's not what she wants, I would say hopeful and date and stay clear with your boundaries, because if you don't want a situationship, then you can kind of let those people pass on. So you stay hopeful within putting out an abundance to get what you want out of the dating process.
Right.
So,
and I agree, and I feel like, don't be afraid to lose people who are not meant to be in your life, because the right ones, I promise you, will come into your life.
Okay.
What you think?
I agree. I mean, transformation starts with conversation. So because we're Sisters Inspiring Transformation, I want to continue this on with the ladies that we have here, who we could really delve into and get some real tea,
So
we're
without
gonna get
further
some real
ado,
tea.
let's introduce them.
They introduce themselves. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
I can. She said,
"Can you hear me now?" Let's let them introduce themselves.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yay!
Let's give a round of applause.
Oh my God, I'm so
right.
excited. So the first lady we have is, first of of all, ladies, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule
welcome.
to
Thank
spend
you.
time with us here on
Thanks
the
for
SIT
having
podcast.
us.
We
I can't
really
really see them that
appreciate it.
good on the Zoom.
They seem a little high, Trish.
Can't see the head.
Oh.
They're beautiful faces.
Okay.
Okay. She's working
Bear
on
with us while we deal with the technical portion, but we're going to start with Janice. Janice, tell us a little bit about Janice. Give us your name.
Well, my name is Janice Delicia. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yes.
I'm 52 years old,
Mm.
hairstylist, grandmother of 4, soon to be 5.
Nice.
And I am excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me.
We are so excited to have you. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to pass the mic.
Musette?
Yes. My name is Musette, the poetess, for the love of God, indeed.
Mm.
I am 53 years old.
Wow.
I am an artist and literary artist. I'm a bass player.
Nice.
I am also a correction officer by trade. I also have my nursing license.
Oh.
Yes. So, yeah, I am happy to be here, and I thank you, ladies, for having me.
We are so happy and excited that you are here too. And so today we're just going to have some girl talk, and we're going to talk about dating in 2025, especially for you ladies in your 50s, because I'm nowhere near there. I just need you to know that. But, you can give me some insight. I'm just saying.
She just
All
saying.
right.
And playing. But, yeah, so thank you guys for having us. Michelle, you want to start out with the first question?
Okay, sure. And also, we're waiting for one more person who's stuck in traffic. So, basically, why don't you guys describe just in one word, what does dating feels like to you right now in this moment in 2025? If you could say
Ooh.
what
I
in
would
one
say adventurous.
word. Adventurous?
Ooh.
Yes.
Dating feels adventurous. That's nice. Musette?
Musette, what do you say?
Ooh, honey, it's more than one word.
Well, we'll give you 2.
Okay. Interesting. And I guess a little discombobulated. Yeah, a little discombobulated.
That's an interesting word. Okay. And we're going to find out why you ladies feel like that. Hey, Poogie. Rejection is protection. That's right, Poogie. If they're rejecting you, then I say it's protection. Tasha, what do you think about their responses?
I like them. First of all, thank you, ladies, for coming up. It's so courageous to
Yes,
be up on a SIT podcast talking about dating with, the aspects of kind of putting yourselves out there. So I really appreciate your courage, and you both look beautiful today.
Yes.
I love it. The adventurous, interested, and discombobulated. It sounds right to me, even though I'm not on the dating scene, but I hear a lot about it every day.
Yeah.
So you guys are right in the line of what's happening. But, I like the fact that we are here and we can talk about this, and that you are still in the game, because you're both
Yes.
beautiful ladies, still very young, and, looking for love. We just got to find it for you.
I love
That
that.
is
I
exciting,
love it.
yes.
What you say?
I'm just really happy that they did have the courage, because I was hearing too, like a lot of people, they want to do the show, but they're a little nervous. They don't want everyone to see all their business, I guess, or
Yeah.
how they may answer questions. But it's a good thing. It's fun. It's light.
Right.
It's nothing heavy, and you guys are getting yourself out there, letting everybody see you ready. So I love it.
Janice and Musette, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think that dating in your 50s is easier or harder than dating in your, let's say, your 20s or 30s? Is it more challenging?
Well, I'll start with that to answer that question. I find it easier.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because being in my 50s, I know who I am. I love who I am. I know my boundaries. I know what I will accept and what I will not accept. So I just put myself out there and have fun with it.
Right.
So when I said adventurous, I mean adventurous. It's fun.
Yeah.
Why not? You get to to know a little bit more about yourself, by meeting new people, finding out who they are, what they put in front of you. I think dating is fun. I think it's a great way of even molding yourself into becoming a better person.
Even better version of yourself.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
I love
Yeah, so
that.
I don't see no fault in it
Yeah.
at all. It's fun. You know what you're gonna take and what you're not gonna take.
Right.
Why not give it a chance?
Especially in your 50s, right?
Right. It's fun.
Yes.
What about music?
Yeah, Musette, what do you say?
Because it's all debauchery.
Do you think dating in your 50s is easier than dating in your 20s or 30s, or more challenging?
For me, I feel it's more challenging because I'm looking for somebody that's operating on a higher level of consciousness, and I can pick up that energy in an instant from 1 or 2 words from your stance.
I know that.
And your energy, and that's it for me. So yeah, and I find a lot of guys now, they maybe they have children, or they might have a lot of child support backed up. I'm like, oh, that's it. No, because they can't move forward. The children may be grown, but the child support still is there, and they have to pay on that. And I'm sorry, I gotta move on. No shade, but
Right. Well,
I
you
gotta
know,
keep
you
going.
know what you will and you will
what I
not
want
accept.
and
Yeah.
what I'm willing to take. Things of that nature. So, and yeah, I can pick up the energy instantly.
Yeah.
So, and I need a man that is health conscious. The way he eats, I would not accept anybody that smokes or drink. I mean, of course, you
Can
drink.
they have a gummy beer, like a leg of? Okay, I
mean, they can drink, at nice function or something like that. But I mean, like to a extreme, like an alcoholic, because I'm not in the mood to be raising a grown man.
Right,
No.
right.
So I pick that energy up instantly. Stop sign.
Hey, Nikki. Nikki said it takes patience to trust again. You are 110% right. You have to be patient. Do you think that, Tasha, when we're out dating, right? Janice said you have to know yourself. Yuzette said there's some things I will not tolerate, which is pretty much the same thing. What do you think about dating in your 50s in 2025? What's your thoughts about that?
Well, I like both of the responses that the Janice and Musette gave, because this was very similar.
Right.
Because it is when you know yourself, you know what you could tolerate, and Musette just went more deeper into it. Like,
Right,
this is what I'm gonna tolerate and what I'm not going to tolerate. I think Janice's response around adventurous
I love
is when you
that.
have confidence and know yourself,
Yeah.
as well as Musette's response around her intuitiveness,
Yeah.
right? Like, she could pick it up. So that requires, that could be a little bit more challenging, but I think you could kind of merge it. Like, I could be adventurous here, but I already know what I picked up, and this ain't going forward.
Right,
So I think,
right,
when
right.
you both, what I hear is that when you turn 50, and I'm in my 50s as well, there's a level of maturity you have that you don't have in your 20s, and it balances out, right?
Yeah.
A lot of more security about yourself, a lot of
Mhm.
what you've gone through. You have good experiences versus bad experiences, so you have really picture frame of what you want as you go out there and date. And I think you're pretty lucky to be able to say that, because some people
Right.
don't know what they want.
And that's what I love about
Right, they know what they
the
want.
older age as well, is because
Yeah.
you know what you want. You know how to put up those healthy boundaries. And I'm not saying that the younger folks, don't know how to do that. But as you get older and you've experienced some things, you really, really learn to, treat yourself a little bit better out there. But I love what Janice said. When we go out dating, not make it so serious, right? We are really, we're out to have fun. It's not about, I'm going to marry you because you're sitting across the table from me. So I'm getting to know you, you getting to know me. Is this a connection? Is it not a connection? What do you like? What do I like? Do we even like each other? So I really like that. It really is about loosening up and having just a little bit of fun.
And why I say that, it's because a lot of times when we do get older, like, we approach situations differently. And we can fear people, like the person that you're going to meet today. Like, they can be fearful because you're so, headstrong. And so,
Right.
let your hair down a little bit.
Yeah.
Open up the room, let everybody be comfortable.
Yeah.
And then, eventually,
Yeah.
if it's going to be a second date, you'll know.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
but in the meantime, have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And be
like that.
patient with
I
yourself.
want to ask Janice and Musette, what is the best thing about being single in 2025?
Ooh.
Well, that's a good one. For me, because I live alone, and I just get to do whatever I want, when I want, how I want. No one's in the way. You know, is that a good thing? I mean, it can be, to a certain extent, but you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. I might be at the supermarket and find my one, my person. You just never know. And then next year I'll be here, me and my husband, and like,
Four, three.
yeah. So my motto is life is always one day,
Right.
And that's today because
Right.
tomorrow isn't promised.
That's right.
So I just enjoy where I am today, and I'm happy with where I am today.
Right, right.
Okay,
Comfortable
so-
in your skin. I love that. I love
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. What about Musette? What's the best thing about dating? Actually, about being single in 2025.
My private time with myself. Let me see. Um, just being really what Janice said, basically, just in peace mode.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I love
and
it.
consecration, meditation, by yourself. You don't have nobody every 2 minutes. Where are you? Where are you? The phone ringing constantly. I mean, you like that but sometimes you just want the person to pump their brakes. You need me time, So I have me time. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
know,
That's
and
beautiful.
I'm in love with myself.
Ooh.
And
That's
so
important.
because I'm in love with myself, I'm patiently waiting, for the Father, the Most High, to, send the right individual.
I love that.
Okay.
Tasha, how important is alone time, or how being single and not being in a relationship, how important to a successful relationship, if you will? How
Right.
important
I'm gonna answer your question, but I just want to let you know we got a question from one of our YouTubers, so
Let's
I'll ask
do
that
it.
question to the ladies afterwards. So I think being alone is valuable, and as you
love it.
grow and mature, time is precious,
Yes.
right? Time in my world, time is money, right? It's very precious.
Yeah.
So I love my alone time. I think we spoke on when I was on last week with the couples how I had a different view of when we have hobbies that we do together, but we really much enjoy the hobbies that we do separate
You need
because
that.
that become the alone time that I enjoy the things that I like to do. And
Yeah.
I think that is very precious. The only caveat I would add, and I'm sure y'all ladies all know this, that if you are dating, you want to be conscious of that because dating does disrupt that,
Yep.
right? And dating requires a commitment. And so a lot of that time you used to have alone, you got to kind of extend with someone else, especially as you're getting to know them. But I do think that in the beginning process of dating, you should let them know how you value alone time and watch them. That's a good question in the first date or the second date. Like, what do you do in your alone time? How do you spend your weekends? So you can kind of level out if the partner that you're looking for, the person you're dating, value alone time just as much as you do, because that
Exactly.
could be problematic, but I think it's important.
Right.
So YouTube, this is actually one of our family members, my auntie Belinda has asked, she's in her 60s, she's I think in her later 60s, but I don't know, she don't look a day over 50, so I can't
Right.
tell. He said, what about when you're scared of being in a game later in life? So can you ladies give her some advice about that?
Say that one more time, Tosh.
She said, I guess she's talking about dating. You know how they're typing as we're talking.
Okay.
So I think her question is related to about dating. What about when you're scared to be in the game later in life? I guess how do you
Okay.
come back?
How do you overcome that fear? In other
Right,
words.
to
Yes.
get back out there.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
Now, do you ladies experience that? And
I
if so, what does
have.
that look like?
I recently experienced that just this summer. I met someone, and I didn't like him. He was too aggressive too soon.
Yeah.
So it kind of pushed me back a little bit. I wasn't comfortable.
Good.
You know, the scared part, I've said to myself a few times when I went on dates, like, am I ready to do this? Like, what am I going to say? You know, like, what am I going to do? You know, because I have been out of the game for the last 2 years. Mind you, I was married. I had a failed marriage. Just got out of a 5-year relationship. And, you know, it happens. So to start over can be a little scary, you know, but just let it flow.
Yeah.
You know, you just let it flow.
Yeah.
You know, because like this guy, I met him coming through my job.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just let it flow. So.
Okay. Can you repeat the question again?
Sure.
Yes.
Natasha.
Okay, Sabrina.
She
Yeah.
just wants to know, how do you get over the fear of going back out to the dating game as you get older, in the older years?
Oh, okay. I don't have fear, but I own it. Every step I take, I own that step. So when I'm out on a date, I'm with the gentleman, I own it. My eyes are open physically and
Yeah.
spiritually.
Yeah.
My ears are open
Yeah.
physically and spiritually, which back in my younger years they weren't. You know, just the physical realm was open. So now I'm in tune. So I did have one guy say to me, and I thought it was super funny because that meant that I was on my platform. He said to me, "I'm afraid of you." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because if I say one wrong thing, you're gonna like leave." I said, "You're absolutely right." So watch your mouth, basically, you know. So I give off the energy that I don't play no games. So I own it. Yes.
Yeah, and I think, and if I had to say something about that to my cousin, who's the one that asked the question, I would start out with asking myself, what am I afraid of? When you lean into yourself and figure out the why, you can start to dispel the myth that you're telling yourself about dating or the reason that you're afraid. And when you do that, then you can start moving towards when you start to face the fear, then you can start moving towards the direction of dating. But you have to figure out, what are you afraid of? Ask yourself that question, and I promise you, you will get the answer.
And then just like, I don't know if you guys were able to watch, but when we had our dating show, our marriage show, the couples were saying that it's important to work on yourself. They made a very, intentional point to say, then you'll know if you're even ready for marriage, because you have to work on yourself first, and then you have more to bring to the table because you know what you want or don't want, etc., like you ladies are saying. So another thing, what about the dating apps? How does that affect you right now? Is that...
I want you guys to think about that, but I want to jump into this question because we have
she has a
another
question.
question.
Another question.
So
we
think
like
about
to
the
engage
dating
with the
apps,
audience.
and we're gonna come back.
Okay.
Okay. It's, hi Patricia. She said, at this stage of life, is it more important to find companionship and emotional connection, or does financial stability still play a big role?
Well, we already know what that answer is.
Ooh.
Finance.
Woo! Is
No
it important
romance
to
without
find?
the finance, right?
Is it important to find companionship, emotional connection, or does financial stability still play a big role?
I say all, but I would say emotional first, because you want to tap into being considerate of the other person's feelings, you know, how they react to certain things. I'm a foundational woman, so I cook, I clean, I get angry, you know, all those things. But I want to know, how would you react to me if I was to get upset about something? You know, would you soften me? You know, would you, take into consideration that I'm going through something and try to make it better? You know, the financial part will come in to play. You know, all that I think is under the love umbrella. You don't have to ask a man to do anything for you if he really likes you. Because if he like you and he respect you and he love you, all that comes with time. So he's going to do for you. He's going to know that, you know, this bill needs to be paid. Or I just want to do this for her. I know she like uh, shoes. Let me take her shoe shopping. Like a lot of times, you really don't have to ask a man for anything. You know, they'll usually, if they're into you like that, they'll automatically do it. You know, so I think all of that comes under just that one umbrella of love and like, because you want to still like that person.
Right,
When you
right.
fall out of like, then it's over. You know, so I would say the emotional part. You know, tap into my feelings, my thoughts, all of that. Take consideration, and vice versa. I want
Right.
to do the same for
Right.
him.
Hey, Grammy.
You know,
Grammy
so-
said, love that answer.
Yes.
All
and
right.
Interestingly enough, when I was driving in, I was listening to Earthquake on the Kevin Hart comedy show, comedy channel. And basically, he was saying that black men need to give women grace, black women grace, because they do it with employers, they do it with their friends. They do it with the sports people. Like if they didn't win the game or whatever, you know, they still riding with these people. And they're saying that when black women, you know, get upset or whatever, give us our moment, let us be ourselves, and give us the same grace they would give anybody else. So I think emotional is a good component to you know, make sure the guy is there supporting you with that as well.
So
mental health.
Poogie said all three. So is it important companionship and emotional connection, or does financial stability still play a big role for you?
All three, they have to come together. It's hand in hand.
Right.
Hands in hand. One can, I can't take one without the other.
Right.
They all have to come.
Right.
Higher level of consciousness all day. Yes.
Tasha, what you think about that? All three.
I think at this stage when you're talking about 50, because if you think about 50 and over, we at a half a century of our life. So if we're blessed to live another 50 years,
Yeah.
you know, you want to live that in joy and in abundance, and you've had a little while to kind of get it together. So there should be definitely some level of emotional security, financial security. And financial security and stability don't mean you got to make more money than me.
That
It's just like you
absolutely
take care of
not.
your own, I'll take
Right.
care of our own, and then we come together and we build up as a
Build,
team.
that's
So I
right.
think, you know, when you define that should be at that stage of life, that should be in place already, right? You can't give from an empty pot, but ask
Yeah.
somebody to pour into you. And what was the third one? It was
So it
emotion.
was companionship,
Oh,
emotional
companionship. Oh,
connection.
yeah. You gotta like the person.
Right.
Right. You gotta be mature enough to like people, know what you like. Companionship goes with that giving the grace and softening up, like being a partnership, wanting to be a friend, you
Yeah.
know, at this level of the game. So
Yep.
when you're talking about, you know, like 45 and up, you know, we had a lot of time to play. You know, your 20s is where you look, I'm gonna just say for me, 20s is where I was like in the pie in the sky, dumb, having a good time. 30s, I got real confident and got more secure. I remember that my 30s were the best years of my life. By the time I was 40, I'm thinking about retirement, right? So I'm trying to like slow down and again reinvigorated in my 50s. Like I want to have fun.
Right.
The ladies talked about peace. You
Yep.
want peace. You want to enjoy life. You don't work hard. You 50 years old, half of 100. Ain't nobody got time to be playing no games. So
Right.
I think they got to come all three in hand in hand.
Yeah,
It's not
good-
one or the
good
other.
stuff.
We can have all.
Okay, why don't you guys share like a recent
Wait,
fun
go back to your question. You asked them about
The dating
the
apps.
apps? Oh, I was on to the next
No,
question.
no.
Oh, we didn't talk about the apps. Okay, and I have another question for y'all. I have a lot of questions for y'all because these people want to know, right?
Right,
They're
and
spilling
we're
all the tea.
right, and who better to learn it from than our single ladies?
Right.
I love it.
Okay. So the dating apps.
The dating apps. I've never done the dating app.
Oh, interesting.
I used to be afraid of the dating apps. I never thought of it
Why?
or considered it. You get some strange people. You know, you get catfished and all of that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, that's scary.
I do have a girlfriend that met someone on a dating app.
Yeah.
It's been about 10 years now. They've been happily married, 2 children. They're doing wonderful, and they're so in love. You know, so I will give it a try.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's out there. I don't know the apps. I don't know anything about the dating apps.
Oh, I got a good.
Yeah, I'm lost when it
Black
comes to
people
dating
need
apps.
I have a
They still
good
have that.
Yeah.
dating tip with apps and how you should dress and what you should wear. I have a good booklet on that.
Well, I had went to do a peekaboo on Facebook app because it kept popping up. So I said, well, let me see what this is about. Oh God, I couldn't stand it.
You want to share what it was?
Yes, absolutely. So I had men that were 55 and over,
Uh huh.
and they would ask me silly questions like they were in grade school, and I couldn't believe it. and they were professional men, mature and polished individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And one guy said, please call me when you have an open window. So I did, and he said, who this?
Oh Lord.
I said, what?
Who this
Not
is?
the who this. Not the
And
who
then
this.
after that,
Who
he
was
was
that,
like,
Roscoe Jenkins?
my daughter. I got to talk to my daughter. All right, talk to you later. Bye. I said, oh no. See, I was like, oh no, this is not for me. What am I doing? I was like, I'm not desperate. I got to get off of this. So that was one experience, and I had another experience like in the same day. It was like the person wanted to meet me ASAP. I said, oh no, sir, absolutely not. I was like, okay, this thing is for psychos. I got to get off of it. So I was on Facebook trying to figure out how to delete my picture, how to get off, and they said after 30 days, if you're not back on, then they'll delete me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go back on. And I have a lot of guys that responded and wanted to talk with me, and I was like, oh, that's enough. I'm not working on number 3.
Are
That's
you
it.
opposed to trying another app?
Absolutely not.
Tasha, what's your take on dating on apps in 2025, moving
Yeah.
into 2026?
I think it's a generational thing too. I
Yeah,
think that's
so.
what I'm hearing the ladies talk about.
Yeah.
Because even with the success with Janice's girlfriend 10 years ago, if you think about 10 years ago and what technology was at 10 years ago,
Yep.
I think what one of the first apps that came out, I think it was like the Harmony app or something like that. I have heard about a lot of
eHarmony,
success
yeah.
stories from that. But then now we have Tinder, Bumble, Black People Meet, Coffee Meet Bagels. I didn't even know you could date on Facebook. I didn't even know Facebook had a
Me
dating
either.
app,
I
right?
know,
So you
yeah.
have all these different apps, and I think
Plenty of fish.
I still believe. What'd you say, Michelle?
I'm
Plenty
sorry,
of fish.
plenty of fish. Look, I'm hearing it
How
from
you
the
know
girls.
about
I know
the
that's what I
dating
was
Oh yeah. You don't
I'm
know,
gonna
yeah.
go see if she
But
got an AKA up there.
All right.
Okay. I'm good.
Resume, Natasha.
so I think the apps it takes away from the uniqueness and the adventurous of meeting people in person.
Right.
And you could sit on the couch and you could be whoever you want behind those apps.
Yeah.
But when you come out in person, and I'm not saying this even from a vanity place, how you put yourself together.
Yeah.
I've had people talk to me that they went on first dates and someone, man or woman, will come with like a wrinkled shirt on. How you coming to a first date with a wrinkled shirt on, right? You don't go to work with a wrinkled shirt
Yeah.
on. So I think, when you meet people in person, from the way they dress, how they walk, how they approach you, how they face look, if they face light up when they see you, how the words come out their mouth with ease or not. There's so much that you could pick up on that. Now, let me tell you, I'm not against apps because you got to be in it to win it, but I think you should be very cautious.
Right.
And
how
if it
you
ain't
move
for
through
you, it just ain't for you because it does require a lot of time as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
know a doctor who just, speaking of, I didn't even know about Coffee Meet Bagels, but I have a lady friend who met her husband on Coffee Meets Bagel. She's
Yeah.
a doctor, and I think he's a techie guy, very successful. They just got married, I think, last year, and she's happy. And so, although the apps have gotten a little bit convoluted, because everybody's on them now, I think that I wouldn't rule it out. I think that I would probably just talk to somebody who has more experience with navigating through the dating apps, because obviously there's algorithms, right? So there's certain words you put in a dating app that they'll send it to certain gentlemen for, and then there's certain apps that you shouldn't be on. Like. I don't know about
What,
Facebook.
like a fresh app?
No,
or
I'm
something?
thinking like Facebook dating app. I don't know if but they
Well,
do have
some of them talk about Tinder used to be the hookup app, but now people are
Oh,
meeting
okay.
people, so they go through their waves
So I think
of it. So Sabrina, you're right.
Yeah.
Talk to the people who are pros at it, which means your children, the
Right.
35 and under.
and who can monitor it properly for
Yeah.
you, right? Because there's
Yeah.
etiquette. So when you're on a dating app and you meet somebody, there should be like a period where you're talking on an app, and then that should move to a phone conversation, and then the phone conversation should move to maybe a video chat to really see if you're being catfished, and then then the conversation should be, let's go on a date, whether it's a coffee date or whatever. It should be progressive, and again, just to be dating, and like you said, having fun with it, but just making sure that that person is who they say they are. Because I've heard some horror stories, but I've also heard some
love
success stories
right.
as well. And I guess that's with
Right, that's
anything, right?
anything. Yeah, that's with anything. Okay, so let's talk about some real life stories again. To my other question, what is the best date or the most fun that you ever had recently on a date? Can you tell us a little bit how that experience was? Like maybe where'd you go? What did you do? What did you like? Something fun that you did recently.
Well, right at the beginning of the summer, I went to Atlantic City. That was it was fun. You know, that's about it. That was like the most fun.
That was the most fun.
Well, not the most fun that
Recently.
I've done, but the most
Yeah.
recent fun
Yeah.
that I had.
Yeah.
On a date. You know, it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, got to get away.
Yeah. Okay,
That was
Musette,
it,
what
yeah.
about you? Do you have a real life fun story to share about a recent fun date or the best date?
Well, it was not this June, but it was June 24. So I was asked, one of my producer partners had asked me to go to Washington for a march. I'm big on Black history. And so is he. So we went and we saw Farrakhan and we saw Big Daddy Kane, and they were protesting, for us to have a better America within us as a people.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And it was fun because I was doing what I like most, and I was with somebody, and we were listening to music from back in the day because we're both in our 50s, and so that was fun. We had our fists up in the air with everybody.
Were you
else.
being radical out there?
It was like Black Power. So, I felt like Angela Davis for a few seconds. It felt good.
That is so funny.
And so it was nice, and we had a very beautiful, elegant hotel. So that was in Washington. So, and we really enjoyed ourselves. We was there for 3 days. And it was just like I was in La La Land. So
Yeah.
I was happy. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
beautiful. That's
Hey,
beautiful.
Tanaya, love you. Thank you for joining. Oh my God. Can I just tell you about my
No.
fun first date
Okay, go ahead.
was years ago, but that's neither
It's
here.
okay.
That's neither here
It's
nor
okay. You're
there.
gonna have some nice
And
fun
so the
dates.
guy said, would you like to go to the park? I said, sure. And so I go to the park. I drive my truck. We meet at the park, and he has this nice pickup truck. And he pulls out these 2 bikes, and we went riding in the park. And I just thought that was so much fun because I'm very athletic.
Yes, you're very athletic.
And so just to ride the bike in
That's
the park, it was so
beautiful.
freeing and so
Yes,
nice.
That's beautiful. I got a
Yeah.
question for you.
Oh, snap.
I got a question for Britt Brett.
Oh,
I got a
snap.
question for you. And then I'm going to also have the same question for the other 2 ladies. Do you feel that men in 2025 are intimidated by independent women?
That's a deep question, Michelle.
Oh,
Welcome
right.
to the fun.
Can you ask the
just
men
saying.
that question? No.
I know. Because I'm just saying, like, is it harder for you to get a date because people look at you and they're, like, immediately intimidated because you're so successful? I mean,
I'll have
I
to
guess we got
ask
to ask
the-
the men.
right.
Okay. All right. So y'all don't want me to ask y'all that. I got some more questions.
So let me say
Hey,
this.
Tori,
though.
Tori said
That
absolutely.
may can help that. Right. That may can help.
Men,
but
if
that
you're
may-
if the men are out there online, can you chime in? Are you intimidated by women in
Okay,
2025?
so we're not going to ask you ladies that. We're going to go ahead and let Natasha answer it. Then I have more questions. Okay.
Well, one of the things that I could bring up to kind of on the other side of that coin, because there's always 2 sides of the coin, and I think Janice and Musette spoke about it as well as Sabrina, like going and finding things that you're compatible
That's
with a
right.
person about,
That's right.
and have that leads to fun because compatibility opens up the door for access to get to know
That's
people.
right. That's
So
right.
if there are men that's intimidated by independent women, then they can take this as a point of reference as well. Find something when you find something that you're compatible with, dig in because that can lead to seamless of a conversation because
Exactly.
you feel fun. Like when I heard Musette said they were out there with their hands up talking about Black Power, I'm sure y'all had a feeling of joy and softness and saw that we
Because they
both
was
believe in the
connecting in
same
the
cause.
exactly.
Yes.
Right. And it made them feel softer. And then that lends into other conversations more easily. So that's what I would say. That's not a direct answer to the question, but that was what I will advise. If anybody goes into it intimidated, but you still want to be out there dating, look for the things that you're compatible with because it can spin conversation. If you're compatible about food, just say you both like Italian food, maybe you start talking about like trips to Italy or fantasizing going to Italy and what would it be like. You really get to know people, and I think that kind of breaks the ice and
That's
make people
right.
feel safer around each other.
I agree.
So
And I think that too goes back to knowing who you are and doing the things that you like, right? So let's just suppose I like golfing. I might meet somebody who's compatible that like golfing because we're in a golf sport together. Or if I like running and I'm in the park, I might meet somebody who's on his bike and I'm running. So I think it's important to continue to do things that you like, and you will align with the people that are alike. That
Okay.
makes sense.
so Arthur on YouTube chimed in with a double no.
Okay, cuz.
Like no, men.
Thank you,
Oh, at least
Arthur.
people-
Thank you, Arthur.
Okay, good. So let's have some fun. All right. I think we talked about this with the married couples, but let's hear from you guys. Who should pay on the first date? Should it be him, her, or should you guys split it? Because I don't think we talk about splitting.
I'm old school. I think the man should fit the bill. I don't never mind treating a man.
Right.
But
On
on
the
the
first
first date, you should open the door. You know,
Yeah.
you should walk me to my doorstep.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Please don't sit in front of the house and honk your
know.
horn talking about I'm
Right.
here.
Right.
Texting me, I'm outside.
Yeah.
No, we're not
I'm
doing
old-fashioned
that.
girl. I think those are
Okay.
good.
What about you, Musette?
I agree totally. I can't take nothing away from that. I agree.
She say paying all the way. Yeah.
Yes. We gonna own that.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go through some questions really quickly, and you guys just answer it. So, do you prefer a coffee date or a dinner date?
Date on the first date.
Coffee date.
Musette?
I ain't gonna lie. I like to eat dinner date.
Okay, hey, it's no wrong or right answer.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
what about this one? Do you want someone to text you all day or just call you at night?
Call me.
Call me.
Call you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
prefer. You know, what do you think I would say?
You would definitely say call you because you don't like nobody texting
I
you.
cannot.
Yeah.
If you
She
text
don't
me,
like
that
nobody
text message
texting.
may
She
go
wants somebody
unanswered.
to go. I'm
And
like
it's not
texting
intentional.
Her and
I
texting
just-
her, and then I'm like, oh, that's right. I like to text. She like to call. So we.
I want to hear your lovely voice on the phone.
Yeah, we so different with that. I'm like, because I just want to text and get it over with, but that's okay. But
So wait a minute. Sean has a question.
Sure.
He says,
Love questions.
oh wait, it went up. Trish, can you bring it down just a little bit for Sean? It says, do two independent people need each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we all in agreement with that? Okay. All right. What about the other questions? Do you kiss on the
Wait,
first
Arthur,
date?
Arthur
wait a
said
minute.
the man should pay. So we got the
Thank
man
you,
chiming in
Arthur.
too.
We like you.
on point
We
here.
like
Okay,
you,
all
Arthur.
right, Okay. All right. Should you? Okay. What about you, Brett? You want to get in this game or no?
Okay.
All right. First kiss on the date, yes or no?
Absolutely
Oh.
not. I don't
No.
know you. I don't know what kind of cooties you have. You are not putting your lips on
Absolutely
me.
not.
I need to talk. We need to. Don't kiss
Right.
me on the first date.
Okay. Between these two things, what's the biggest 2025 red flag? Is it that they don't have a job or they don't have a car? Which one you think?
I'm not dating nobody with no job.
I'll say
What
job.
about- Okay. Musette?
Both.
Definitely
She
both.
said both.
Okay.
If I had to choose, I would say
If I
no
had
job,
to
but
choose,
Okay.
yeah, I would say
Okay,
job.
do you want somebody to DM you or do you want a real pickup line in real life? Like, what do you prefer?
I want a real pickup line.
Okay.
I need the real deal.
Real deal.
Absolutely.
Okay, I figured that. Okay. What's worse, ghosting or breadcrumbing? But before we go on, I had to look up what breadcrumbing meaning was, just like I had to do cuffing. I'm so out of the dating. I didn't even know what breadcrumbing was. You guys know
I'm
breadcrumbing?
assuming just giving you a little bit.
a little bit to
Yeah,
keep
right,
you,
that's
right,
it. Just
keep
it.
you
Yeah,
right,
just
interested.
there.
Right.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
rather them ghost you or do you want them to keep like playing with you? Playing in your face, right? And that's what it is, playing in your face.
Just go ahead and ghost me.
Just
Right.
ghost
Eventually,
you.
I'll ghost
Just rip the
What
band-aid
you
off.
say,
You
Musette?
better be out.
Rip the band-aid off.
Ghost you.
Tasha, what you think? Ghosting or breadcrumbing?
I think ghosting is better because breadcrumbing is a form of psychological
Yes,
warfare. And
exactly.
depending
Right.
on how the person is, you may have a very people who get breadcrumbed tend to be really good, nice people generally in nature. So now you're messing with someone's integrity
Yeah.
because you're putting the burden on them to make the decision when you know you intentionally are not serious or taking this commitment and you giving them just what they need. So
Yeah.
I would go for the ghosting any day. Like get on out my way. If you ain't here to be positive, move on down the road. So
Okay. Would you rather date a man with kids or one who's never been in love? Look, Sabrina don't want to answer that.
With kids or never been in love? I'm gonna say never been in love,
Okay.
so I can make them fall in love.
oh, look
Oh,
at Janice is the
I like it.
romantic.
She said when he get with me, he's gonna fall in love.
All right. All right, Musette.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never
Okay.
been in love.
What about this? Would you rather get flowers or Cash App for your lunch money?
Cash app.
You want Cash App? What about you?
I'd rather get flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Cece on YouTube said that the guy should pay and she want dinner too.
So my nephew Tati, I'm so glad you have joined us. We have this question. What's your opinion on dating apps in 2025? We talked about that a little bit, but he's really asking meeting people virtually versus in person. My take on it is always I would prefer to meet somebody in person. It gives me the opportunity to lay eyes on them. You can see body language. You can see breath. You know, if their breath. No, I'm just playing.
No, that's serious.
But you can,
Don't take that
you know, you can see, and you know, they always say never judge a book by its cover, but it still gives you a visual on the person. And even if you meet them virtually, you still at some point gonna have to meet them in person. So, but I would prefer meeting them in person, but I'm not opposed to talking to someone virtually.
Okay, ladies.
I wouldn't rule it out.
You wouldn't rule it out?
No.
Okay. Who lies more in 2025, men or women? Who lies? Who out there lying?
I say both.
She said,
I think both people. Lie.
Yeah, both.
you
I
said-
think it's
you said
50-50.
I have one.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Would you date someone 10 years younger
Yes.
or 10 years older, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Musette,
I need to be older. Older.
you want
Older.
someone older?
Yes.
Mm.
No YNs. Oh, I just learned that. No cougar for you. Okay. All right. All right.
Don't ask me that question. I pass.
Okay, this is a nice one. What's a green flag that makes you instantly interested?
I would say that he paid attention, maybe the first or the second date, and maybe did something that he saw in me that I liked. And then, you know, maybe like the third date, he was like, I know she likes this. Let me bring this to the date. You
So
know,
he's
or,
right. He
very
paid
you know,
attention.
pay
Right.
attention.
Yes.
Just paid
He
attention.
pays attention to
Yeah.
detail,
Yeah.
which
Right.
means that he's paying
Attention
attention to
to
you.
Absolutely.
I like it. Green flag.
That his conversation is on a higher level of consciousness like mine.
Mm.
If I greet him and I say Grand Rising King, he's hollering back Grand Rising Queen.
Mm.
Yes.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for joining. Mark said their personality, that's a green flag for me. And he said it doesn't matter whether they're 10 years younger or 10 years older.
Okay.
Good stuff.
What's the worst place a man could take you on the first date?
To the back seat of his car. I mean, I digress.
Stay out of them
I'm sorry. No, I don't mind in nobody's car.
To his baby mama house.
She said his baby mama house.
I say Burger King, but what you say, Musette?
Oh, well, I was going to say fast food.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
agreed with me. She
I'm going to
concurred.
disagree. I went on a date once, and he was willing to take me to a nice, fancy restaurant. I wanted McDonald's. I was craving a fish sandwich.
Right, so it's what
So it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
right,
okay.
right.
Because
right.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But you wanted it.
Right, it's different.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
You wanted it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He
That's
didn't
because I
introduce
wanted
that
it.
to you.
Yeah.
Patricia
That was
said no.
what we-
Oh, but
Oh,
for him to just
Shan-
take me
Pookie,
there?
Shantae said a bad first date is a hotel.
Ooh,
Oh,
no,
oh,
that's
bad.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
pretty
really
bad.
bad.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Patricia said no cars. Yeah, no, you're right, Patricia.
What about a date night vibe? what are you more like? Are you more Netflix and chill, or are you more like let's dress up, and go out?
I'm a Netflix and chill.
Netflix. And
I'm more
chill.
of a homebody.
Yeah.
So I like to relax,
Now, this isn't the first date, is it? This is just dating
in
in
general.
general?
just
Okay.
dating. That's
Yep,
what-
yep,
yeah,
yep.
Not first date. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna get inside.
Yeah.
I like both. I
You
like
like
both.
both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Sometimes I want to sit back and be cozy and wrap up in the blanket and
Oh,
watch
yeah,
a
like it.
movie and eat some popcorn and Twizzlers. That part there.
Tanaya says a movie on the first date isn't good. Okay.
Because you're not talking. Right.
Talking,
So you're just
yeah.
watching the movie.
Right, you're not really getting to know each other. Tasha, what you think? You like the Netflix and chill or kind of girl, or you are, I want to go out and dance the
I
night
was
away?
always in the dating world.
Yeah.
I want to go out, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
I love going out. I love being in a park by the water.
Yeah.
We don't even have to spend money going on walks. So I like to go out and be out in the world and do things. But don't mind, Netflixing and chilling every once in a while. But I like outside.
You know what's so
Yeah, that's
funny?
what I was
I
gonna
feel
say.
like as I'm transitioning to the next journey of my life, I used to be like outdoorsy. Like I'm so fascinated by the outdoors, and it doesn't have to be anything outrageous for me. I love parks. I love nature. I could just lay in the grass. But I feel like as I'm getting older now, I really relish being home. When my sisters call me and I'm in the bed, they're like, "Why are you still in the bed?" And my famous line is because I'm keeping my blood pressure low.
Yeah,
When she's getting her beauty sleep.
absolutely.
So yeah, I would like both.
Yeah.
I could do either or.
Like
I can
both, but if I had
chill
to
or I
pick,
can
it'll
go
be
out.
Netflix.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do both.
Chill.
I have
Homebody.
one
Yeah.
last question for you ladies because we're
Ooh,
almost time
I
to wrap
know,
up.
I
That
know.
time
I
goes by
hated
so
that we're
fast. We
leaving
might have to
because
have-
we've been having
come
so
again. We
much
have
fun.
so
We
much
have to
fun.
part two.
Yes. So, what advice would you give single women who are feeling a little frustrated?
Be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's number one. Be honest with yourself. Be true to yourself. It's okay to give yourself grace. It's okay to let someone in and don't be afraid to, meet people.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody, This is the most I've been out since I've been with the group this summer. I'm usually working and home. Now I feel like I have to be outside and not just running around, but I'm not going to meet nobody home.
Right. That's right.
Wait a
So,
minute. I have to interject. Two people I know recently have met somebody that came to their door.
Okay.
One example, the guy was installing their
Yeah.
A
There's-
handyman.
no, yeah, they were installing any kind of handyman, but they were installing their video camera, for protection.
Right.
So now they're dating.
Nice.
And then there's
Okay.
another lady, she was recently divorced and she never got to meet the guy that was doing the landscaping. And she ended up, he had to come to the door this time to get the payment because the husband was paying.
Right.
Now they're married.
Ladies.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Ladies,
Coming to the door.
ladies, look out for the pool men and the handyman.
All right, but go ahead, finish up. I just thought I would share
Yeah,
that.
but great point. The PSCNG guy coming to fix this.
He's got a cute.
I just think that it's okay to let your hair down and go out there and explore different people. I think dating now at this age has a bad rap because of the internet.
Right.
A lot of people living by the internet.
Right.
A lot of women now, it's like, I don't need no man because I got, this and that. But you do.
Yeah.
You do. Of course, God first. But
Yeah.
it's okay to date and it's okay to be in love.
Yeah.
And it's okay to love.
That's right.
So that's it.
That's
Okay.
the
So
good
just
stuff.
have-
And Musette, you want to close us out with your last thing about what you would, tell young women or ladies or whatever about not being so frustrated with dating right now in 2025. What kind of advice would you give? Yeah, even yourself.
Okay. Take one step at a time. First, love yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself before you go step out. Don't let nobody change who you are once you meet them. And, go in with a good mindset, to have fun and do a meet and greet first, to learn the person. And don't be so quick to jump as well,
Okay. So that's all I have, Britt.
That's it. The only thing I want to say is, ladies, it has truly been an honor and a pleasure
Yes.
having you here. It was so
Thank
much
you.
fun.
Same
Yes.
I love your insight on dating in 2025. But
Yes.
lastly, I want to say, the love that you're seeking is already inside of you.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Tasha, you want to close us out?
No, I want to thank them for coming up. They are
Yes,
beautiful ladies. I hope you meet your partners really soon. We're so excited, and I'm glad that we had the platform, and I enjoyed our conversation tonight. And just like you guys been saying, just for all our listeners, just be mindful that there are stages to dating, and you
Yes.
don't have to jump through the stages.
That's
Because
right.
when you get through each stage and you take your time, you find your partner.
Right. Facebook family, YouTube family, we love you. Good night. Until next week.
Thank you, ladies, so much.
We've been strong for so long. Now it's time to rise. No more dimming our